As you can probably see, like there's also 2 blocks, not here, in the back. Oh my God, I am confused. I'm so sorry. I went to IKEA and I think I left all my brain cells there. Like never go to IKEA is literally, you know, when I was younger, I really thought it was so romantic to go to IKEA. I don't know. My imagination about Romans was very limited apparently. And Nelson always hated it. And he was always like, no, IKEA is like a hellhole and you don't want to enter it willingly. And so I was like, no, there's this couple choosing their stuff. And now that I'm in there, I'm like, oh my God, like what was I ever thinking? It's a total hellhole. It's just horrible, horrible. But we had to quickly go. But I think that's why like my brain is like, sorry, I'm off. No, but as you can see, in the background, I have again the blocks, and I again would like to just use them a little bit like to spice up the practice. Now, look, you can always kind of like decide how intense you want to have it or not intense, right? Like, and if you feel like you need to take a break, you just take a break. I don't think the classes are too crazy. I don't know.
Your version of crazy is slightly different to everybody else's, Christina.
Yeah, it's also because I'm teaching. You know, when you teach, you're like woohoo, and then like when you're in the class, you're like. It's literally a bit like this because I'm just happy to see you all. So yeah, I would like to do a little bit of like everything. I would like to work a bit on the core. I would like to work a bit on arms, upper back, legs, like just everything, because you know we got a body and we should use it. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna be happy to I love how Monica is just quietly like laughing. She's like, okay girl. Yay. See, that's how it's gonna work. Yeah, I'm sorry, like maybe like it's also like I'm depressed, you know. My son, he's like so hardcore, he just wants to play with his grandma, and he's like, you leave now, go work. That's literally what he just told me. I'm like, I need a new child, like I need one that loves me. And so I was like, mom, and then he pushes me out the door. Is that normal for a 2-year-old? Are they always this uzzy? Are they always this mean? I'm like, don't go breaking my heart. And he's like, out, no singing. That's literally what my child is like. Good. He is like, today, and then I'm gonna start. I'm sorry, I always talk too much about Tari, but I think they're always funny stories. Like he was like asking me to draw a shark. Okay, so I drew a normal shark, and then he's like, no. And then I drew like a mouth with like the teeth, and he's like, that's just an O with teeth. I know. And I was like, okay, you know, you draw your own bloody shark, you know, baby shark over there. What do you mean, like read about attachment styles regarding your baby, Caroline? That he's too attached or not attached enough or healthily? I think he's healthily attached, but like he's also loving. I honestly, I just wait for him to learn how to flip the bird, and it's gonna happen. He's gonna be like, Mom, get off. That's what's gonna happen at one point. He's already like, whenever I drive, I have zero chill. And then I seriously, my pet peeve is like when people drive too slow. Like, what is that? Like, why would you drive too slow? And so I'm always like, dude. And then you can hear it in the background, dude, like already on his own. And I'm like, thank God I don't use harsher words for these kind of people. But honestly, they should not be allowed on the streets. All right, good. So anyways, welcome to today's session. As I said, we're gonna need 2 blocks. And yeah, like as I said, I would like to just, you know, I love the blocks. I used to think that blocks were meant that you are not good at yoga or something weird, but actually like blocks, they can just add something to your practice. They can just add a different dimension to the practice. And so that's a little bit of what we want to do. We want to just have a kind of like a look at like, what can we do with those blocks today? So if you don't have 2 blocks, I guess by now everyone has 2 blocks. But should you really not have any, for the most part, I think a big book should also work. And we're gonna start with a bit of core work. And then we're gonna work a little bit on the back. And there's just going to be like different practices. I would also like to work a little bit on upper arm strength, upper body strength. And of course, I will include the twists that were asked for. Good. So that means we're actually going to lie down first. So you can just come on to the floor. And just enjoy a moment lying down. Should you ever not be able to hear or see me clearly, please just let me know. And otherwise, just allow yourself to relax, like relaxing your head and your shoulders, your back, your gluteal muscles, the buttock, the thighs, the shins, the calves, and the feet. Relaxing the arms and the hands to the side. And just take a moment here to breathe. Allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper. Relaxing the face. So as I said at the beginning of the class, this is your practice. If you feel like you have very little energy and you can't do all of these poses just like that, then you just make them easy. You just take a break. You just don't go into the hardest version of the pose. If you feel like, no, I need to sweat a little bit, I need to activate my body, then you go out and push yourself. So it's up to you how you want to do it today. And so we're going to start by just drawing the right knee towards the chest, and we're going to stretch the left leg out. Oh, I think like I don't have muted you already. So just keep stretching it out. Good, yes. And then just change sides and stretch out the other side. Good. And then from here, bring your both legs up into the air and just allow your ankles to roll out. It's a nice stretch for the back of your legs, for your feet. And then go the other way around. Bring your arms up as well, just rolling out the wrists. Good. And then we're going to take our first block into our hand. We're going to press the block against the left thigh, and we're going to, with the left hand, we're holding our head, just so you have support underneath your neck. You bring your right arm and your right leg up into the air, and then we take a deep breath in, and we're going to lift the right arm and the right leg down. Exhale, coming back. Keep pressing your left knee against the block. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, keep going, exhale, keep pressing the left knee against the block, flex your left foot, inhale, exhale, inhale, you're starting to feel it in your upper core, can you feel that? Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Let your head come to the floor. Bring your block over to the right knee. So press your right elbow again next to the right, onto the right block. Press your right knee against the block. Lift your left arm up and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep pressing. Inhale. Exhale. And now it's starting to fire up. Inhale. That's good. We want to feel the core tomorrow. Gonna do 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale and release. Good. Place your block next to the body and slowly bring your hands down onto the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift your hips up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. Try to not really sink the butt all the way down to the floor anymore. We're just gently touching it, and then we're going to right away lift back up. We're going to do this for another 40 seconds to a minute. So you can just close your eyes and just concentrate on your movement and your breath. Keep going. Starting to feel the glutes. Twenty more seconds. Good, and exhale, gently release. Take a moment here. Bring your feet out to the outer side of your mat. Bring your arms to the side and let your knees sink towards the left. Just taking a moment to relax the gluteal muscles, taking a little break. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, let your knees sink towards the right. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, letting the knees sink down towards the left. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, release towards the right. Good, and from here, slowly come back into center. Just lengthen your legs. Take a moment here. Just let the legs rest before we come towards the next set. Good. We're gonna bend the knees again. This time we're gonna take our block and we're gonna place it underneath the right foot. Good. We're gonna lift the hips up into the air like we would come into bridge pose. So can you see this? Like the right foot is on the block. You're gonna keep your left hand on the floor. We're gonna bring the right arm and the left leg up. And inhale, you're gonna bring the arm and the leg down to the floor. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Can you feel that? Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Gonna do 5 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Slowly release your bum onto the floor. Whew. Push the block over towards your left foot. We're going to take a moment here just to breathe. This is a nice practice because it really strengthens the lower back and the glutes, but also the core and the middle back. Good. Are you ready for the second side? We're going to inhale, we're going to lift the hips up again. This time the left foot is on the block. We're going to inhale, we're going to bring, the left arm and the right leg up. Right arm stays on the floor. Hips are in the air. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring them back to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale, inhale, exhale, 5 more, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, keep your hips up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, 2 more, inhale, exhale, last one, and release. And again, bring your feet down onto the floor, take a moment here to breathe. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat a little bit. Good, and then we're gonna take both blocks underneath our feet. So we're gonna have both blocks here. Place the blocks underneath your feet. Come into bridge position, so meaning that you're having your feet underneath your hips, and then inhale, exhale, lift your hips up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, keep going, always exhaling, lifting the hips up. Make sure your shoulder and your neck are relaxed. Keep drawing your heels towards your bum to engage the lower thighs. Keep going. Maybe you're starting to feel the heat a little bit. As I said, today we really want to find out this kind of like edge. We want to start to really feel those muscles. Keep going. I'm gonna go for another 40 seconds. Maybe you can start to feel your gluteal muscles burning up. That is a good thing. 2 more rounds. We're almost done. And exhale, gently release. Good. Bring the blocks away to the side. And let your legs sink onto the floor. Again, taking a moment just to rest. You can feel your core, you can feel your legs. Good. And from here, we're going to bring the knees again into 90-degree angle. We're going to bring the hands behind our head. We're going to inhale, we're going to lift up. And we're going to do this for about a minute and a half. We're going to just bring the elbows towards the knees and we're going to extend the other leg. This is for our side core. If you feel it gets too much, just take a break. You want to engage the core, but you don't want to feel pain. Good. Keep your knees like this. Bring your arms forward and start to lift up and down with your arms. Up and down. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. From here, bring your knees into the chest and come into the happy baby. Taking a moment just to open those hips. We're taking here our time just to breathe. Let your lower back come down, relax your shoulders, just feel that happy baby pose in your hip area. Maybe you can feel a shift happening in those hips. I feel like the happy baby pose actually becomes more intense the longer you hold it. It's an interesting pose here. See if you can relax even more into your happy baby. Centering again your focus on the present moment. And then from here, release and gently start to lift up into a seated position. Good. And from here, just take a moment to roll out your head. At the moment, I really like starting out with just half circles for my neck. And then after a while, I go deeper. I leave this a bit up to you, which one you prefer, but I don't know, I just find this really nice. And then I would like to go all the way. Good. And then from here, just roll out your shoulders as well. We're going to start working a little bit on the shoulders and the core one more time. Bring your arms behind your back, opening the chest. Maybe just want to move a little bit from side to side. Good. All right. Are you ready for the second set? We're going to take our blocks. We're going to have them what is this, halfway up? This, like the smallest part of the block is on the ground. Good. And we're going to have the legs straight. Good. And then from here, we're going to inhale. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to shift the hips forward until the knees are over our ankles. Exhale, we're going to bring the bum back. Inhale, shift forward into tabletop. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now bring your legs a little bit further forward. Straighten your whole body. And then from here, you're going to move your hips from side to side. Good. And slowly moving back. Good. And because that is quite intense on the wrists, you might feel this as well. We're going to release the wrists. So you're going to bring the back of our hands together and like little flower petals. We're going to move them up and back down. Slowly lifting them back up and back down again. Inhale one more time, lifting them back up and back down. Good. And then shake out the legs and the hands. Good. And from here, you can just bring your blocks to the front of the mat. We're gonna come on to all fours and we're just simply starting to engage in wildcat and cow. So you can just slowly start to move your spine, whichever way you feel you need to move it. Good. And then from here, we're gonna come onto the lower arms and we're just gonna do normal cat and cow. We're gonna inhale, we look up. Exhale, we're rounding. Inhale, we're looking up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale up. Exhale, rounding. Inhaling up. Exhale, rounding. Start to feel into your upper back. Good. And then from here, round your spine, come back up. We're going to start preparing for dolphin. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hands towards either side of the mat because first we're going to go into puppy pose. So bring the hands on either side of your mat and then draw your chest down towards the floor. You can let your chin come onto the mat. If you feel like that's too intense, have your forehead on the mat and then breathe. Softening that spine. Good, and inhale, slowly round your upper back again, gently coming back into tabletop position. Good. How are you doing? Are we ready? So we want to work a little bit more on this upper back openness and upper back strength. So we're going to start with dolphin. And then we're going to stretch the shoulders a little bit more and we're going to come back into this dolphin position just to see how stretching out the shoulders will help you go deeper into dolphin. But we want to just have like a look at how we're doing right now. So we're going to lower down the lower arms onto the floor. And then you can grab your upper arms with your hands as always. You can either have your hands flat on the floor like I do now, or you can interlace the fingers. If you have the fingers interlaced, it gives you a little bit more support. If you have the hands on the floor, it requires a little bit more upper body strength. So again, it's up to you. You can modify which strength level you want to go with. And then we're going to tuck under the toes and we're going to lift up into our first dolphin pose. Now remember, you're still probably feeling a bit stiff in your legs and in your upper back. We haven't stretched them too much just yet. So give yourself a bit of a time to kind of walk your dolphin. You can always have your knees bent if you feel like you need more space. It's really more about exploring this pose rather than going super deep into it. And we're going to start with 10 repetitions of plank to dolphin. So walk your feet a step back and then exhale, come into your plank. Inhale, push back into dolphin. Exhale, plank. Really try to bring the hips down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. See, hips come all the way down. They're not going to stay somewhere in this half dolphin. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We have 5 more repetitions. Inhale. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And from here, just lower your belly onto the floor, coming into Sphinx, softening your spine. You can move your hips a little bit from side to side. If you like, you can also let your head relax. Simply breathing here, relaxing the whole neck, upper spine area. And as I said, we're gonna stretch the shoulder area now. So we're gonna start by lowering our upper body down to the floor. Then we're gonna bring the right arm out to the side with the hand facing down. So the palm is facing the floor. Your left arm comes underneath your shoulder. And then we're gonna turn towards the right side and we're gonna bring the right knee in front of us so that the knee is on the level of our belly button. The head is on the floor. Left knee looks up. You can have your left hand either on the floor or behind your back if you want to have a bit more of an intense shoulder opener. You can always modify this pose by leaning further towards the floor if you want to have it softer, or drawing your left shoulder away from the floor if you want to have it more intense. Let your head relax. So right arm is stretched out, right knee is in front of you on the level of the belly button, left knee looks up towards the ceiling, your foot is on the floor, and your left hand is either in front of you or behind your lower back. And then what you want to do here is you want to close your eyes and really truly breathe into this pose. Explore what happens if you breathe into the pose. What happens if you're exhaling deeply, if you're conscious of what's happening in your body. Soften here. Exhale all that stress and tension that lingers in the shoulders. We're going to take a few more deep breaths in this pose. We don't want to go out just yet. And yes, I know it can feel intense. That's okay. I am aware. But you want to breathe that out. Good. And then straighten the right leg. Gently, gently turn your belly back onto the floor. Bring your hands in front of your head and let your forehead rest on the hand so that the right shoulder can take a moment to relax. Let the blood flow come back to the joint and the muscles around the right shoulder. Maybe just lying here, you can already feel a difference between the two shoulders. It's not necessarily so because we don't move them a lot, but if you have a lot of tension in your shoulders, you might just feel it. And then we're going to go the other way around. So we're going to bring the left arm out. I'm just going to turn around. So left hand comes out to the side again. Your palm is facing the floor. Then we're going to turn towards the left arm with our upper body. We're going to bring the left knee in front of us. We're going to place the right foot onto the floor. Right knee looks up towards the ceiling. And you can have your right hand either like this in front of you, or you can have it behind your back. You might find that one shoulder is more open than the other. You might feel more tension in one than the other side. It might be this side or the other way around. That's okay. A lot of times we're using our arms and shoulders in different capacity throughout the day. And again, watch your breathing. Can you do your ujjayi? This deep yogic breath. Few more rounds of breathing just to open those shoulder areas and the chest. Good, and then lengthen the left leg again. Gently come back into the center, lie down onto your belly. Take a moment here just to breathe. And from here, slowly come on to all fours again. Place your lower arms again onto the floor for dolphin and push your hips up into the sky. And see if you can feel a difference in that dolphin. I definitely can. I feel like my upper back is a lot more open than it was at the beginning. You can either just stay in this dolphin. If you want to add a different layer, lift your right leg up into the air. Exhale, bring your right foot down. Inhale, lift your left leg up into the air. We're just going to do this for a few more rounds. Try to keep your hips square. So don't move your hips, just moving your legs. Work very gently here. Really trying to keep your hips square, keep your pelvic floor engaged. As I said, you can also only just stay in dolphin. If you feel like it gets too intense, come into child's pose. Good. You can either keep doing this if you want to add an extra layer of intensity. Inhale, bring your right leg up. Exhale, come forward. Bring your right knee to your right upper arm. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, down to the floor. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, bring your left knee to your left upper arm. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, down to the floor. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right upper arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left upper arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And from here, lean forward, coming into plank on your lower arms for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, coming into a sphinx. Good. Again, wiggle your hips a little bit. Can you feel your arms? Can you feel your upper body? Good. Isn't that cool? When have you last felt your upper arms? Like consciously felt your upper arms? Good. And then from here, we're gonna just lift our legs off the floor. We're gonna bring the arms up off the floor as well. Good. You're gonna inhale, lengthen the arms forward, exhale back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. So this is strengthening the back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now we're just gonna zigzag the legs and lift the arms back and forth as well. This is quite difficult for your brain, but it's a wonderful exercise in coordination. 5, 3, 4, 3. Oh my God, counting, adding to it is really hard. 2, and 1, and relax, coming into child's pose. Come into your child's pose, letting your spine lengthen here. And from here, inhale, coming back on all fours and push up into down dog. You might already feel like this down dog feels a bit softer than normal down dogs because we already stretched the shoulders quite a bit for dolphin. Good. From here, walk your feet in between your hands, come into forward fold. And inhale, lifting up. Bring your arms over your head. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. And we want to start just getting that mobility back into the spine. So we're going to do quite rounds of us coming into a little bit of a back bend, lifting up. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale, just whiff around spine. Come back up into standing position. Bring your arms up. Exhale, down. Inhaling. Lifting up. And exhaling. Inhaling. Coming into a bit of a back bend and exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good. We got to do this one more time. Inhale, we're lifting up. Exhale, we're sinking down. Now, have your feet a little bit apart. Bend your knees and inhale, lifting up into chair. Tuck your tailbone under so that your pubic bone comes a little bit forward so you have a straight spine. And then bring your arms back like this. Good. And then we come here, we're gonna, can you see this? I'm gonna move a little bit closer. So we're just gonna do this. Good. Keep engaging your core. Draw your navel towards the spine. Good. Keep going. Maybe start to feel your upper arms. Gonna go a little bit more. Keep drawing that navel towards the spine. So look really like engaging here, not just like letting it hang, really drawing it in. Can you feel your upper arms a little bit? Can you feel the heat just from that simple movement? So your elbows are always in the same position. It's just the lower arms that move, huh? Good. And now come back. We're going to bring the hands in front of the heart and we're going to twist towards the left side. So we're just going to bring the right upper arm on top of our knees and we're going to open the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands back together. Inhale, come back into chair. Bring your arms back. We're doing this again. Slow movement. Keep engaging the core. I told you we're going to work on the upper arms today. This is a really wonderful practice here for your biceps and your triceps. I feel like I look like a little bit like a T-Rex doing this. Good. Bring your hands again in front of your heart. Twist towards your right side. Bring your left upper arm on top of your knees. Make sure your knees stay in the same position and then inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, slowly coming back into center. Keep your knees bent and you guessed it. Can you feel your thighs? Your gluteal muscles? I'm gonna do this for 20 more seconds. Whew. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Into forward fold. Inhale, we're slowly lifting up. Bring the arms over our head. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Good. And from here, we're going to bring the right knee in front of us. And exhale, we're going to slowly push that right leg back and we're going to come into a warrior three. Exhale, bring your knee and hands towards the heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knees and hands together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, and from here, just gently come back into warrior one. Take your time, maybe you have to readjust your stance. Bending down. And from here, bring your arms behind your back, open the chest, lifting up. Draw your arms a little bit up and down. Sink a bit deeper into your left leg. Good. From here, bring your arms out to the side. So both arms are out to the side. And from here, we're just gonna move the arms, the hands back and forth. Activating your upper arms again. Feeling your left thigh. Keep drawing the navel towards the spine. Good. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring your hands down and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward into plank. Holding your plank, centering in this pose. And exhale, release. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Deep breaths. Exhale, pushing back into down dog. And from here, walk your feet back towards your hands. Inhale, lifting up. Bringing your arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Good. From here, we're going to bring the left knee forward. And exhale, we're extending the left leg back and the arms forward for warrior three. Exhale, bring your knee and hands together towards the heart. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. Inhale and slowly push back into warrior one. Good. Again, make sure you have your stance. You might have to readjust that stance a little bit. Good. Bring your hands together. Bring them behind your head. Exhale, round your upper back. Bring your elbows together. Inhale, opening up. A little bit of a back bend. Exhale, rounding. Chin to the chest. Inhaling up. Exhale, round. Inhaling up, bring your arms behind your back. Open the chest. Good. And from here, we're going to bring the arms again out. And we're just moving the hands back and forth. Keep bending your front knee. Keep engaging your core. You might feel this a bit on the shoulder blade region as well. Sink a little bit deeper. Good, and exhale, bring your hands down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come into plank. Move your shoulder a bit over your hands. Exhale, push back into down dog. Elbows come towards the floor. Inhale, back into plank. Exhale, back into down dog. Make it power dog, elbows towards the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, power dog. Inhale. Exhale, power dog. Inhale. Exhale, power dog. I'm gonna do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, power dog. Inhale. Exhale, power dog. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Come into power dog. Draw your elbows towards one another. Have them over the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale into plank and exhale, release. Bring your hands in front of you and let your head rest for a moment. And from here, you're just going to bring your right knee out in a 90-degree angle, preparing for goddess pose, for opening the hips. So just bring your right knee out. This should not feel like super intense as a stretch. It might if you're very, very tight in the hip, but for most people, it probably won't. We'll just take a brief breath here. You can feel the breath slowing down. You can either just stay in this variation where you're just lying still. If you feel like you want to work a little bit on the hip rotation, inhale, lift your right foot up, and exhale, bring the right foot down. Inhale, lift it up. You can probably feel this quite a bit in the hip. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So this is an improvement for your hip rotation. Inhale up. Exhale down. I can always feel it all the way to the back. It's funny because I feel like my hip have opened a lot, and yet I'm still not sure whether I'm still below average in a way. It's always hard to tell because my boyfriend used to be a figure skater, and so he had to do all crazy kinds of stretches. So he can still do a split, a wide-legged split after all these years. So I don't know, maybe he's just extremely flexible, or maybe I'm still quite unflexible, but I can feel this. Good. And then bring your right leg back, letting it rest. And again, you know, if you close your eyes and you just feel into your hips, you might already notice a difference. Maybe you don't notice it. It's always different from person to person. We're going to do the same thing on the left. So we're going to bring the left knee out, a bit like a frog. This is like a half frog pose. You can still rest here a little bit. We still want to work on opening the hips. We're going to go into little hip openers afterwards. So we're preparing the hips for that. And then again, you can either stay still or you lift your left foot up and down. And you can feel that stretch in your hip joint. Again, we're just going to do a few rounds. It's going to be interesting whether you feel a difference in your downward facing dog. I usually feel quite a bit of a difference. So let's see whether that's the same for you as well. Good. And slowly bring your legs back. And then from here, we're just going to come into down dog again. And just give yourself a moment here just to experience your dog. Maybe you feel like you have more space. Maybe you don't notice too much of a difference. And then from here, step your left foot forward and then turn your left foot inwards and come into a wide-legged forward fold. So your feet are quite far apart. You're letting your head hang. Your back is trying to be straight. So try to have your spine as straight as possible. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers and let the arms sink forward. Inhale. Now have your knees ever so slightly bent. Lengthen your upper body forward away from the floor and bring your arms in front of you as well. Exhale, bring them back. Inhale forward. Navel to spine. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. So this is a good strengthen for your back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale. Exhale. Bring your right hand towards the left leg and bring your left arm up. If you cannot reach the foot, doesn't matter. You can also hold your other part of your leg and move back towards the right leg. And we're gonna just swing from side to side. Good, and slowly come back into center. Good. From here, bring your feet a little bit out, lifting back up into a standing position. And exhale, coming out into goddess position. Good. Here again, engage that pelvic floor. Lift a little bit up and down. The deeper you go, the more you open up your hips, the more you're engaging the lower back, the thighs. Good. Now lift your arms out to the side and exhale. We're going to bring the left arm towards the right. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, keep your hip position. It's just the upper body that moves. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Coming back into center. Lift your heels off the floor. I'm going to stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly walk your feet together. And exhale. Sinking down into the squat. Hey, well done, you guys. Can you feel your legs, your arms, your core? Woohoo! Doesn't that feel good? I feel like I look like an exploded tomato already again. Good. So from here, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna have a little bit of a shakeout for our legs. They did quite a lot of work. You can also windshield swiper with your legs for a moment just to release. Good. All right. How are you doing? Good. So I want to have a look at stretching now. I mean, we have stretched a lot. We stretched the shoulders, we stretched the upper body, and now we're going to kind of like work our way a little bit more towards the hips. So the first one that we're going to do, we also involve a little bit of active stretching. So we're going to come into Baddha Konasana, the butterfly pose. You can wrap your fingers around your toes, and we're starting very gently. You're just starting to move your knees a little bit up and down. Feels quite nice, no? If you feel like, oh, no, it does not feel nice, it feels like my hip doesn't get loose, move a little bit with one knee first and then the other one. Like you see, like both knees obviously move because it's just, it kind of like translates over this kind of like energy, but you can move like one a little bit more than the other. And then I want to show you like, again, the active stretch for this pose. It's where two forces work against one another. The agonist, anti-antagonist kind of work against one another, and that kind of releases your hips a bit more. So for this, you want to press your lower arms into your thighs. If you have the reach, you can hold your feet, otherwise you can hold your ankles. And then you want to press your legs against the lower arms and you want to press your lower arms down. So take a deep breath in and then press them against one another. And exhale, release. And maybe you can already feel like your hip open up a bit more. Let's do this again. Inhale, press, press, press. And exhale, release. Inhale again, press, press, press. And exhale, letting go. Good. And then from here, just sink over your hips. Just let your hip opening journey begin. You can just let your head hang. You can even have your hands in front of you with the palms facing up if you feel like a receiving pose. You can lower your head. You can round your spine. It's more of a yin version of this pose. Close your eyes, just breathe. Good. And then very gently come back up. Push yourself up with your hands. Take your time. Bring your hands underneath the knees and very, very slowly bring them back into the center. And then from here, we're just going to widen the legs out towards the side. And then with a we're going to lift the chest up. Chin comes up a little bit. And then we're going to draw forwards. Whew. And we're allowing ourselves to sink into a forward fold here. If you feel like, sometimes people tell me that they feel it a lot here around the inside of the knees. I have it sometimes as well. You can always have your knees slightly bent or bring your feet a little bit closer towards the center. Sometimes it's just that your feet are a bit out, like your legs are a bit too open. If you want to have a different version, you can also try to hold your toes and then just draw yourself towards the floor. Can you feel that in your hip? Good. And then from here, gently, gently coming back. Bring the hands again underneath the knees and draw the knees back. Good. Well done. And then from here, we're going to close our practice with a twist. You know the drill already. I always love to end it with this kind of twist. So remember, you have two options. The softer one is you just bring your arms out, knees come into 90-degree angle, and then you're letting your knees sink towards the right side and you're turning your head towards the left. If you feel like you need a stronger twist, just wrap your left leg around the right when you're in the first position for eagle twist. So see which variation you want to do. You might want to start with one and then just twist into the other, basically. Maybe you're starting with eagle and you notice this is too intense. Maybe you start with the first simple twist and you notice it's not intense enough. See what works for you and then just breathe. Deep breaths. Try to use your Ujjayi breath. And then from here, slowly release. Gently come back into center. And then from here, just let your knees sink towards the left. Again, you can either stay in simple twist or you're gonna wrap the right leg over the left or around the left and you're turning your head towards the right hand. Always remember to turn your head away from the knee. Try to relax the spine as much as possible. And then from here, gently release and slowly come back into the center. Bring your knees into your chest, just slowly roll out your lower back again. Sometimes these twists can feel quite intense on your pelvis or on your iliosacral joint. And then from here, just bring your left shin on top of the right thigh and hold your right thigh with your hands, drawing the knee closer towards your chest, just to stretch out the left buttock. And then inhale, come back, and exhale, place your right shin on top of the left thigh, holding your left leg either on the shin or on the thigh, drawing the left knee towards you to again stretch out your right buttock and releasing the lower back. And then from here, slowly release. And you're gonna place both legs down onto the floor, about hip width apart. Good. You're gonna bring the arms out to the side and then you close your eyes. And we wanna achieve a full body relaxation by full body activation first. So we're gonna take a deep breath in and we're gonna make our hands a fist and we're gonna engage all the muscles in our hands. And exhale, we relax. Inhale, we're engaging the legs and the hands and the arms. Engage the hands and the arms and exhale, release. Now inhale, engage your legs, your feet, and your gluteal muscles. Engage, 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 engage. And exhale, relax. Now inhale, engage all the muscles in your face. Engage, engage, engage. And exhale, relax. Good, and now we're gonna engage all the muscles in our body. We're gonna engage the whole body, core of belly, glutes, legs, feet, hands, arms, face, and exhale, relax. And from here, just relax into your Shavasana, closing your eyes, just enjoying a moment of stillness. And then slowly, slowly start to bring your awareness back to the here and now. Gently starting to move your toes and your fingers, rolling your head from side to side. And then from here, bring your arms over your head. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. And from here, we're rolling over to our favorite side. And inhaling, coming back into a seated position. You can leave your eyes still closed for a moment. Bring your hands on top of the knees. Good. And allow yourself a moment just to breathe. See how you're doing. And we're gonna close today's class with one long Om. You're welcome to chant with me or just to listen as always. So take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out. And inhaling for Om. And from here, bring your hands in front of the heart. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, peace, peace. I thank you all so, so much for joining today. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you're feeling a bit strengthened. You can feel your legs. You might feel your upper arms on your glutes a little bit tomorrow. So I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. And by the way, if you're interested, we're having the Yin Yoga workshop again tomorrow evening. If you feel like more hip opening and more heart opening. And otherwise, I'll wish you a wonderful rest of your week. Ciao, everyone. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.